Hey, I'm just following orders.
Let me get one of them slow motion pictures, bro. One of the slow motion pictures.
You gotta shoot at 60 frames per second.
Come on, that.
They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. As if they make the wrong move and coach shit. You see me, they like, ooh, keep on shopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. Coming up on by the bullshit. They see me, they like, ooh, keep on shopping. I'm on my body, real niggas right beside me. Damn right, I brought my army, going up like a rocket, and can't nobody stop me. These niggas garbage, so watch your mouth, boy. Coming all black, slithering house, call me mouth, boy. I'm off the hip like a cowboy. I'm a king, you should bow, boy. Show it like that, man, you cut up. Nothing I can handle. 144 in the booth, going Rambo. Niggas do you dirty like a stick in a bando. That's why I play the corner like a bum with a banjo. I'ma lead by example. Keep on sobbing, got this bitch off the hand, got this juice, got the drip, about to hit the bitch with the salt. It ain't rap, it's assault. Can't taste a bitch unless you with the coke. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. As if they make the wrong move and coach shit.
Hey, one way, one way, one way, one way, one way.
Coming up on my new
I do it how a veteran be. You better than me. I'm Reggie at the edge of the key. It's all money, no honey. Think you settle and see. You locked up, fucked up, and it's back to the streets. It's One West. You can check the residency. I reside where soldiers died on the soles of their feet. Cause there's death before designer. Ain't no coward in me. Cause I'm cold as a bitch's shoulder. You ain't calling a week. Get the cooking on this beat. Hope you like it well done. Got them killers rolling with me and they all red rum. Got you fuckers scared some. Get the banging on this beat till my fucking head numb. Black Glock, red drum, black and yellow air ones. Homie, you ain't got a vest. I suggest you wear one.
Told these niggas we was going up. They was doing a lot of talking. Now these niggas ain't saying shit.
Feeling like a legend in this shit. Lil nigga, I'm past veteran. Never feeling third. Lil nigga, I'm past second. Guns, I gotta have them all like Ash Ketchum. Shotty break a nigga ribs up like his wife left him. We all stepping. Kill you with kindness cause I'm dead nice. That 5'7" put you 6 feet, not talking height. That judge giving out 5, but you doing life. These hands are rude GPS. A mean right. That's mean right. We build different, you know the vibes. And we stamped it authentic, we notarized. I keep a 144 because I know a kind. Noah's Ark, you know I'm with animals when we flowing by. We back again, no cap, when I'm with Cap again. Yeah, they say they want smoking, so we matching them. Everything righteous, so you know when we get back at them, you get hit up with a K, but no acronym.
They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. As if they make the wrong move and coach shit. You see me, they like, ooh, keep on shopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hear that raw shit. Coming up on by the bullshit.
Oh, yeah. Clap, clap, clap it up. Shalom, 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 family. How about Shema Shah Rakathon to my brothers? Y'all Shema Thon by Shema Shah to my sisters. You know what time it is. You know what day it is. It's Tuesday, you understand? And welcome to the Brotherhood class, you understand? Under the ISUPK, Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge, start out at 1 West, Hunter Fisher Hall, New York. under Commander Yana. You understand? We teach that the blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians are the true Jews, the true Israelites of the Bible. You understand? And Mr. Whitman, the oppressor, is the devil the Bible speaks of. You understand? Most High in Christ. I am your priest from the east, Hadar Moth. Also with me, my main man, my mellow, is Officer Marasar in the building. All right. Most High in Christ. It's good to see everybody. You understand? I understand more people will be coming in sooner than later. My apologies for the lateness. All right, but let's get into it. You understand? Most High in Christ. All right, Most High in Christ. Water for that. Cool business. So tonight's class, understand, with the Brotherhood class, we are in the month of June, right? And but Marisar, do you know what's so-called special about the month of June? Hey, I'll take it. Give him a hand. Oh, sorry, Christ, absolutely nothing. Nothing, you understand? But unfortunately, in today's society, the month of June is supposed to be a time of celebration. You understand? A time of happiness. You understand? A time of expressing oneself, and a time of flamboyancy. All right, essentially, and and a time of having pride for oneself. You understand? And more specifically, June is supposed to be Pride Month for the oppressor's alternative culture. You understand? All right, but we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about this so-called pride. You understand that the oppressor has. All right, tonight's class is entitled PTSD. PTSD. All right, and the acronym is Pride that supports demons. Pride. Hey, Most High in Christ. Pride that supports demons. All right. We're going to get into it. All right. So now, if you are you familiar with the acronym PTSD, Marisar? What do you know it to be? Okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right. So now PTSD stands for, you probably have the I think the British abbreviation is syndrome, but in America it is post-traumatic stress disorder. All right, and tonight we want to show how the alternative rainbow community and PTSD, how they relate and go hand in hand with one another, right? As they celebrate their pride. Okay, so let's first of all, if you if you have been in a Hadar Mops class before, and so you know that I love definitions. All right, so let's get the definition of PTSD. All right, so now we go online and we look at dictionary.com. Post-traumatic stress disorder. That is the full expression, of PTSD. All right, and it reads PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. First of all, a mental disorder. All right, a mental disorder occurring after an extremely distressing, stressful, or frightening event, and characterized by symptoms such as reliving the event, avoidance of anything that is a reminder of the event, withdrawal from social interactions or previous activities, and an increase in feelings of anxiety, anger, sadness, shame, or guilt. Wow, that's pretty heavy for a definition, isn't it, Amar Sar? Oh man, oh man, oh man. Right. And we especially want to address this issue, right? Understand? Granted, now we know that that living an alternative lifestyle, you understand, being let's see, running, having your life run about with rainbows everywhere, is that we understand that that comes from the oppressor. But unfortunately, a lot of the oppressors' ideologies and his cultures have snaked and seeped their way into the Black, Latino, and Native Indian community, right? Specifically the Blacks, right? And we want to read an article first, all right, to show you how, again, the PTSD and living this prideful lifestyle relate, okay? Because our people have been through a lot of, let's look at this definition again, have lived very stressful and distressing lives. You understand, many events, all right? They withdraw from each other, and they withdraw from social interactions, all right? And there is an increase in feelings of anxiety, anger, sadness, shame, and guilt. Understand? And you can see this all throughout the Black community. You can see this, Marasar, just like how we interact with each other. You understand? We're all with it. You know, we've been so stereotyped and characterized with fighting one another. You understand? We're characterized even in our music. What is the theme of our music? You understand? Feel my pain. Feel my pain. You understand? Or just being so angry at the world where you can't trust anybody. You understand? And that those emotions, those are actually symptoms of PTSD. All right, and we're gonna talk more about that. Okay, so let me read you this article. You understand? I found offline, and I actually where I get this from? I got this from the PTSD website actually. All right, from the National Center for PTSD. All right, and this article is titled "Trauma, Discrimination, and PTSD Among LGBTQ plus people." All right. Of course, now we're not going to read the whole article, but we're just going to read a few excerpts from this. Okay. So, starting off with the section LGBTQ plus people experience a range of stressors. All right. So, one stressor is assault. And it reads, lesbian, gay, and bisexual identities have been associated with higher victimization across the lifespan compared to those with a heterosexual identity, including experiences of child abuse and sexual and physical abuse. Now, how many of our people have gone through this, have experienced this abuse as a child? Many of our people hide from their sexual abuse. You understand? When they were children or being physically assaulted. All right? Let's keep reading. In fact, LGBTQ plus individuals are nearly 4 times more likely to experience violent assault, grape, just for the edification of the class, sexual assault, robbery, and aggravated or simple assault than their cisgender, i.e., a person whose gender identity is the same as their sex as assigned at birth, or their heterosexual counterparts. As a result, LGBTQ plus people are at higher risk of developing PTSD, with prevalence estimates of up to 48% of LGBT individuals and 42% of transgender and gender diverse individuals meeting the criteria for PTSD. All right, go ahead. Yep.
all the way up to like maybe the 70s.
Mhm.
You know, that was considered a mental disorder.
It sure was. It sure was. And believe it or not, it still is a mental disorder. Still is a mental disorder. You understand? When you actually talk with people who live this type of lifestyle, and you'll ask them, it's like, what happened? What made you go over to this side? And a key word that they would use is fighting. They'll use fighting, and they'll use fighting in the context that they were fighting against it. They were fighting against this spirit that was in them. You understand? Many of our people, you understand, who live this type of lifestyle are actually victims. They're victims. You understand? We just saw it in this article. The victims of child abuse. They're victims of sexual abuse, physical abuse. You understand? And this happens when they're young. But then they don't know how to deal with it. You understand? They don't know how. Let's read some more of this article. Another section of this article is proximal and internal experiences. All right. It's another part of their stressors. The ability for some individuals to conceal their identity distinguish LGBTQ plus people from other minoritized groups. Some consider this to be an important option that offers protection. Yet concealment often comes at a considerable psychological and interpersonal cost. Just trying to conceal who they think they should be is damaging psychologically. What do you think of that, Marsar? That's just crazy. That's crazy. You understand? Just trying to conceal it is psychologically damaging. Just trying to be who they think they should be is psychologically damaging to them. Right? That's crazy, man. That's insane. Let's read some more. Uncertainty about when to conceal identity for personal safety can lead to attentional drain and further distress. That's interesting. That's interesting. It's so psychologically damaging, and they also have to conceal this for personal safety, right? It's and it's interesting because if you have to do this for personal safety, think like people don't. A lot of times, people don't harm people because they're right. If you see what I'm saying, it's not because they're right. You know, like a thief is going to conceal himself. Why? Because he doesn't want other people to know. Because if other people know that he's a thief, then they're going to do harm to him. Why? Because being a thief is wrong, right? If you are somebody who feels that you have the right to exterminate people and take their lives whenever you see fit, you're not gonna tell everybody this. You're gonna hide it. Why? Because society knows that this is wrong. People know this is wrong. You're gonna hide it because if people know what you do, if people know that you're a thief, people know that you are a life exterminator, your safety is in danger. Your life is in danger. You understand? And just knowing how much danger your life is in is psychologically damaging as well. Right? Let's keep going. One's own agreement with negative societal attitudes toward LGBTQ plus people, known as internalized stigma, also internalized homophobia and transphobia, may heighten the distress experienced by an LGBTQ plus person. Some of these individuals may also anticipate or fear rejection from others, leading to difficulties navigating interpersonal relationships and interactions. So now you feeling this way and being rejected, or really you feeling a regular way, but because now you get rejected, becomes psychologically damaging to you, and you don't know how to handle it. You can see just from this article alone, there are people who want to live this type of lifestyle, this prideful lifestyle, are suffering from PTSD. It's really it's killing them inside. It's killing them inside. You understand? Marisol, you had something?
You know, a lot of that, I would say the story is like most likely comes from the Christian.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
You know, and because that's what the deacon, you know, remember that church, oh, you know, they saw hold them down.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's got to be stressful to the person that was abused.
That's right.
It's got to, you know, it's got to be feeling some type of way.
That's right. You understand? Like it's very. I mean, I've heard many studies on how like people who live this prideful lifestyle, you understand, are very, very violent. Very violent. You understand? And interesting enough, they're very violent to each other. Very violent to each other. You understand? Like you would think that when you somebody like wants to cross that bridge, so then they can be with like-minded people. You understand? You would think that there is some kind of safety because they are you understand, they're running away, right? They're running away. But what happens? They run away.
Turned off. Fuck.
Most High in Christ. Hey, y'all about to Shah Brakatah.
Yeah, well, can you hear me?
Christ. Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, I can
Nice.
hear you. So,
no sweat.
let's see.
No sweat.
Oh, yo.
No sweat in the parts. We got you. We can see you. We can hear you nice and clear. All right. No sweat. Marisol, just go ahead and mute him for me.
I ain't gonna hit that on real quick. No, can hit on my end.
Mm-hmm. All right. So now, after reading this article, reading excerpts on this article, Marisol, my question to you is, why do you think all this that we just read from PTSD, why do you think it relates to the LGBT community? Mm-hmm. 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 Right. Okay. Very nice. So now, especially growing up as a child, and this happened to them. And here's another question. Let's focus in on that. So now, why is this also so prevalent? Can we think of why this is so prevalent, especially within our communities as Blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians? Why is this PTSD so prevalent within our people and within our people who decide to live an alternative lifestyle? Right? essentially, the answer is, come on, brother. Essentially, is because no one is doing anything about it. No one is doing anything about it.
Swap.
Who speaks and who wants to call it out. Right? I was in the party at something.
Swap, hear me well?
Oh yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Yeah, I was getting a little talk. I don't know what it is. Uh,
All right, good to go. But yes, why is this so prevalent? Understand all the abuse that our people have suffered. You understand the traumatic event because there's nobody who is saying about it. Also, I brought up a good point. You understand on how these things happen. They happen in our schools. They happen in our people's churches. Understand? They even happen within our home, right? They happen within our home, and there's nothing that is being done, right? You've heard as black, you heard the stigma, right? That everybody has that one uncle that you had to be afraid. That one uncle that you gotta say, well, you know what you doing back here? Understand? What you doing back here? Keep Devontae from back. Keep Kamani from back. Go ahead. Yeah, yeah. Like, really understand that it operates like a car. It operates like you can't stay in one spot. It has to keep moving. It has to keep also it has a virus. It's going to take over a host that is what is the host that is weak? They go after children. They put them in very compromised circumstances. Where the child doesn't know how to find, doesn't know what to do. And I asked my brother, so how did you accomplish that? And he said it started with my brother. Also used to play games when I was young. And I didn't really know what was going on. You understand? Like he was the victim. He was the victim. And then when the child doesn't know what to do, the child's not going to say anything. Now, the child doesn't necessarily feel violent. You understand? The child doesn't feel violent because he's not feeling nothing about it. Right? Then as he grows, as the child grows up, and then what happens? They try to live a regular life. Now there's something in them, and it's fighting against it. You understand? It's hard for them. How we read in the article, social interaction, being in society, it's hard for them. Also, you understand? They start a fight, and the more you fight, the more you understand. But and not only in the fight, like you're gonna find a different outlet, right? Like for instance, we can even see, you know, like when you talk about these kind of dramatic events
Oh, fuck it, you
of
know
people
what?
on, right? Like,
Like y'all the
right?
one.
Hey, y'all about to stop at the car.
How about Shimmy out shop rocket top?
How you doing, brother? You good?
Everything's wild out of one.
Old time Christ, old time Christ. Glad to hear that. Good to see you, brother.
Donald Khan, sir. If I may,
Please
it's
go ahead.
it's a little static on the stream yard. It actually just went down right now. Like I don't hear it now, but it's like some static coming through the stream yard. Is there any way we could get rid of it?
All right, hold on. Let's do a check. Check. My mic sound. How do I sound?
Yeah, it's heavy static right now. Am I the only one hearing it?
I can, of course, I can hear you. Yeah, gentlemen, Joseph. Good. How bad? On the scale of 1 to 10, Jaquar, how bad is the static?
Sorry, it's about as high as your voice out of one. I don't know if like right now I don't hear nothing right now. But then I hear
Okay,
it
so
coming
now,
back.
so when I'm speaking on a scale of 1 to 10,
I say an 8 or 9.
what
Like
about how is it?
I say a 10 right now out of one. It's real static. Is anyone else on the stream yard to hear that?
I just got an 8. Yeah. Okay, give me 1 second. I want to switch microphones. Maybe it's a microphone. 1 second. Check. 1, 2, 1 west, 1 west. Mic sounds nice. How do I sound now?
I still hear the static out of one. It's like going in and out, but I can listen through it. I'll be okay. But if there's anybody else on the stream yard can hear that,
Yeah, I'm getting that. Okay, hold on. Give me 1 more second. 1 more second.
it's the wild out of one.
All right. Check. 1 west, 1 west. My mic sounds nice.
Come on. It's the wild out of one.
Okay, most iron Christ. Clap it up. Clap it up. All right. All right. Most High in Christ. Excellent work. Excellent work, Mama Sar. Appreciate your service, brother. Okay. So now where were we? I just lost all train of thought. Salakia. So now we were talking about why this lifestyle is so prevalent. You understand? Why are people suffering from PTSD? Right? And we come to the conclusion that nothing is being done about it. Nothing is being said. Okay. We talked about the stigma in black families. You understand, where they have that one uncle that you have to be nervous about. You understand? You have to keep their kids away from them. And in doing that, what are we not doing? All right. When we say that there's nothing being done about it, there's nothing being done about it. So now, what exactly are we not doing when we say that we know we have this family member, we know this person lives a certain type of lifestyle, and we still keep them around the family, but we just move the kids away? What are we actually doing?
It's a lockout on.
Go ahead.
We're not protecting them, and we basically leaving them in danger and asking for trouble.
Okay. All right. But now specifically, what are we doing for the person who lives this type of lifestyle? Go ahead. Very good. We're enabling them. Okay. Something else that I wanted to use was we're not holding them accountable. We're not holding them accountable. We're enabling them, but we're also making them comfortable. They're comfortable. Nobody's gonna call them out for what it is. Nobody's gonna say anything. All right. And also how Yaquar brought up the point where now we're essentially keeping our kids in danger. We're not protecting them. All right. Very good. So now if you remember, let's see, this interview was just recent, not even I believe 2 weeks ago, where they had Sexy Red. Sexy Red up there, right? And she was being interviewed by by Little Yachty and somebody else. And they were asking questions, and they were like, hey, well, you have this persona and everything like, what's the craziest thing like you've ever done? It's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you. And she said, well, the craziest thing that happened to me was I was great. And they laughed it off. They laughed it off. You understand? And they did nothing about it. Go ahead. Mm. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Right. But that's what we're talking about. Like nothing's being done about it. Go ahead. Hmm. That's right. And see, I'm glad you brought that up as well, because that's something else about excuse me, the alternative lifestyle, right? It hates, it absolutely hates what it pretends to be. It hates it. So and now to just to make it even clearer, right? When you have a man who wants to live a flamboyant lifestyle, right? So now what is he going to do? To live a flamboyant lifestyle, right? He's gonna come with the brightest. He's gonna come with the brightest hair. He's gonna come with all the bright makeup. You understand, to have the attention on him, right? He's gonna get his nails done, right? He's gonna wear a purse, right? He might even wear heels. He's gonna dress a certain type of way, and what's the last thing he's gonna do? No sweat. He's going to change his voice. He's going to change his voice. All these flamboyant men always try to change their voice. They always have now these guys have, you understand, a very low bass like voice. But then suddenly now their voice goes to soprano and falsetto when they're talking. You understand? Just know that in everything that they're doing, when they're trying to be what they're not, they actually hate that, right? And here's the thing as well that a lot of people don't know. When a man is trying to be this woman, it's because he thinks that he can be a better woman than that woman. You understand? You're quiet. If you could mute your mic for me. Go ahead, Mama. Sorry. Uh huh. Yep. Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. Very good, nice. Very nice. So now they promote it through what they promote it through Bruce Jenner, right? They promote it through who else? There's a guy named Saucy Santana. They promoted through him, and just recently they promoted it through what was a Miss. It wasn't a Miss America. It was a Miss Universe pageant, and 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 a Transformer won. A person who was born as a dude, who was born as a man, who decided to get a change, is now a better woman than these regular women, these natural women. Go ahead. Hmm. See, see. Hmm. Yeah. You see now, and this causes a major rift. It causes a major rift because there's a lot of women who don't like this type of lifestyle. You understand? If you remember, about maybe a year or two ago, a sister in Mexico got into a fight with one of her friends who lived an alternative lifestyle. They got into a big argument, and that dude beat her to death. Beat her until she was unalive. He hated her. He absolutely hated her. Go ahead. And just real quick, and chances are, as he was beating her down and he was yelling at her, he was probably envisioning somebody who violated him. You see? And going back to the PTSD and how they become violent. Certain there's certain triggers that they go through, certain social interactions, and they remember the pain that was caused to them. But again, they don't know how to deal with it. Right? Young man Joseph, you had something? Mm-hmm. 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 And see that's something else too. How we say, like, there's nothing that's being done about it. They don't really want to speak on it. And then when the issue does come up, now there's a lot of blame shifting. Well, now it happened over here. Maybe you have to deal with it. No, it happened. No, but it was doing this time. You got to deal with it. See, nobody really wants to address the issue, and that becomes a problem. All right, similar to the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church has the stigma of their priests living an alternative lifestyle. But we've seen the scriptures that they should not live this way. And what is done about with them? Are they being called out for it? Are they being punished? No, they're only being transferred. That's it. They're being transferred to a place where nobody knows them, nobody knows who they are, nobody knows what they've done, and they can start over. They can start the process over. A lot of people know this. This is national news. This is public. And guess what? People continue to join and stand by the Catholic Church. Right? But now, let's see. Let me read you a story. Okay? But now, you've seen the scripture that there's nothing new under the sun. There's nothing new. This has even happened in the scriptures where somebody was violated and nothing was done about it. Right? So now, story time. Let's go to 2 Samuel chapter 13. And Marazar, as we're seeing people come in or comments and everything, please highlight them for me so we can read them. All right. So, scripture story time. Let's go to 2 Samuel chapter 13. Right. Now, we're not going to read this whole chapter, but I'm just going to read a few scriptures to give you the gist of it. Okay. All right. Most High in Christ. Okay. Let's see. Yaquar, you got your sword with you?
Come.
All right. Cool beans. Cool beans. If you could, let's start off at verse 1, please.
Come. 2 Samuel, chapter 13, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And it came to pass after this that Absalom, the son of David, had a fair sister,
Mm-hmm.
whose name was Tamar. And Ammon, the son of David, loved her.
Okay. Very good. Keep going.
Come. Verse 2. And Amnon was so vexed that he fell sick for his sister Tamar. For she fell sick for his sister Tamar. For she was a virgin.
Mm-hmm.
And Amnon thought it hard for him to do anything to her.
Okay, so now this woman here, his sister, she is a virgin. That means that she is of marital age. You understand? She is available. Okay, but now here, Amnon thought it hard for him to do anything to her. You understand? This man was plotting on his own sister. He plotted on his own sister, right? And so now when you read further down, you're going to see how he talked to his friends, he talked to his own family, talked to his cousin, right? On how to get his own sister. Right? So now let's drop down to verse 11.
Come. Verse 11. And when she had brought them unto him to eat, he took hold of her and said unto her, Come lie with me, my sister.
Keep reading.
And she answered him, Nay, my brother, do not force me, for no such thing ought to be done in Israel. Do not thou this folly.
That's right. So now she's fighting against them. Do not force me. Do not force me. You understand? Like this is not what we do. You understand? This is not what we do. We're not about this life. That's another culture. There's another people who do that. Not us. Right? He says, please leave me alone. Okay, now go down to verse 14.
Come. Howbeit, he would not hearken unto her voice.
He would not hearken. Okay, he wouldn't listen to her. He didn't care. Keep going.
But being stronger than she, forced her and lay with her.
Mm-hmm. He lay with her. So now you can see here, she said, please do not force me. Please do not force me. And he did it anyway. Right? Okay, so now let's read that. We're going to go further down. All right?
Come.
Let's go down. Okay, now this is an instance here where now this is King David's son who forced his own blood sisters to sleep with him. Okay? So King David's son, Amnon, forced his sister Tamar to sleep with him. Okay, he essentially he raped her, right? So now let's read down to verse 21.
Come. Start at 21 out of 1.
Yes.
Come. Verse 21. But when King David heard of all the things, he was very wroth.
Because so now he heard about this. He heard about this from his other son, Absalom, who told. And King David was wroth. He heard it and he was very upset, right? But now, as we read further within the scriptures, you're not going to see where King David did anything about it. King David did nothing about it. As a father, he did not. Unfortunately, he did not protect his daughter. He did nothing. Right? It was up to the young. It was up to the brother that had to do something. Right? So now let's read. Let's see. Verse 23.
Come. Verse 23. And it came to pass after 2 full years.
Wait, how long?
2 full years.
2 full years. After this incident, it took 2 full years until something was actually done about it. Okay, and you can read on where that brother was he finally met judgment. He finally met judgment from his brother. You understand? For the violation of his sister. Right? But I wanted to read this story because it shows like some of the traumatic events that our people suffer. Right? It's even happened in the Bible days. Right? Where like our sisters were violated by a family member and nothing was done about it. Nothing was done. All right? And when we let this kind of spirit reside within our people, it can fester and it spreads and it becomes a very dangerous and a deadly virus. Go ahead. Hmm. Yes. Hmm. Right. Hmm. Right. Right. So now, indeed, that's very good. So now you're talking about the victim. You can see it in the eyes of the victim. But now, what about in the eyes of that oppressor? Well, you know what? Let's call them the violator. When you look at the eyes of the violator, and you can see their countenance and how they hold themselves. You understand? You know how we talk about that uncle that sits at the table. When we, of course, not we don't celebrate Thanksgiving. We don't celebrate these holidays, but somehow this issue always comes up during holiday times, right? When they want to talk about Thanksgiving, they talk about 4th of July, Christmas, and that family member has to sit at the table, at the same table with the other family member that violated them. You understand? They either got to sit next to them or they got to sit across from them, and they have to hide because there was nothing done about that violator. And the thing is, the violator knows. He knows that there's a chance that people know, and there's nothing being done about it. He rails in the violator relishes in the fact that his victim won't say anything either. His victim is too afraid. His victim is too ashamed to say anything. Because of that, they will continue to be violated. And so when the violator sees this and is able to repeatedly commit this crime, now the violator has a certain pride about him. You understand? Now he has certain pride. He's real proud of his work. He's real proud of himself. You understand? Huh? I'm not on it. There's somebody who needs to be on it. Somebody's trying to get in. Okay. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Okay. No sweat. No sweat. But like I said, but after this, the violator has a proudness about himself. He's very, very prideful now. He looks at his work and seeing how his victim doesn't have the strength to say anything, doesn't have the strength to do anything about it. He rushes in that, right? And now, and then, and because of this pride, they're going to just to continue on to violate people, right? So now, real quick, you know what I'm saying, with the class, let's get a definition of the word pride. Get a definition of the word pride real quick. Go ahead.
You know, it's real wicked that he even got parents allowing their children
Mm-hmm.
to become transformers. Like I seen a video, 8-year-old that he's doing a kid like
Mm-hmm.
don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just a simple fact that you allow your child to make the decision and you're supporting your child to transition
Yes.
from a little boy to a girl.
Yes. Because of their, and that child is doing that because they're suffering. They're suffering and they don't know what to do about it. So then they're just going to, they essentially stop fighting. They just stop fighting. You understand? They've been so traumatized in living this lifestyle. They're hoping that the other lifestyle is a lot better. But come to find out, it gets worse. Go ahead.
There's the reason why a lot of this stuff flies
Mm-hmm.
is they can't really test for if when a kid is a victim, it turns them into, you know, everything later.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, with an experiment, you need a way to show everything normal. You can't take whatever happened out of the kid.
Right.
That's why they're able to do it, because there's no way to test it. But there's a correlation where the percentage of kids that did have that happen,
Mm-hmm.
it's like 1-to-1. How many of them end up being that baby?
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. So now, I see. All right. I believe no one else has the definition for pride.
Come on,
No,
come.
no sweat. I can go ahead and read it. So now, and sadly enough, when you look up pride as a definition, oddly enough, the first thing that comes up is recognition of the LGBTQ community. Isn't that something? It's just bad now. Just bad, right? But now, when we look at another definition of pride, we have a high or inordinate opinion of one's own dignity, importance, merit, or superiority, whether as cherished in the mind or as displayed in bearing, conduct, etc. So now put that in context with the violator and the victim, right? A state of feeling proud. You understand? Their dignity, their importance, their superiority over their victim, right?
So like,
You have the superiority over their victim. Go ahead,
if I could I make a comment?
please.
Come on. It make you think about like different sins. Like I imagine it's something like a drug dealer or a killer. Like the more they get away with it, the more they more powerful they feel. But at the same time, hurting our people and hurting people, killing people. You know, it's similar to
Very
that.
nice. Absolutely, absolutely. We're getting to that. Most High in Christ. You're absolutely correct. That's the point. You understand? And so now, and how you mentioned, like you have the violator and the victim. You understand? They're so proud of themselves. They have this pride about them, right? Now you see the title of the class, PTSD, pride that supports demons. Supports demons, right? So now we know that we shouldn't kill anybody. We should not kill. We're not supposed to. We're not supposed to steal, right? But look at what that pride is doing. Look at how that pride is killing our children. You understand? Look at how that pride has them killing themselves because they can't face the trauma, they can't face the tragedy. The tragedy, you understand? How I say tragedy? Wow, it's like, right? They can't face themselves, right? And look at that pride. Look at their pride, right? That pride is stealing a child's innocence. It steals their innocence. You understand? But society wants you to make these type of people feel comfortable. You understand? And not they make them feel more comfortable and not accountable for their crimes. You understand? So now let's get some more scriptures on this, okay? Because we need to expose how the violator likes to hide behind the guise of being proud, right? Or being of the guise of this so-called pride. Okay. So if we could, let's first go to Proverbs. Proverbs, you know, understand? Yeah, if you've been in Hadar Moss class, it's one of my favorite books. For the book of Proverbs, chapter 18. Excuse me, chapter 16. Hold on, so like no, let's go to Proverbs 6. Proverbs 6 first. Go ahead. Go ahead, Mara, sorry.
You know, and this all culminates with brotherhood because if you have brotherhood and sisterhood,
Mm-hmm.
you would have never allowed this to happen no time.
Look at you.
You know, you would protect that child.
Mm-hmm.
You would protect that shit. You would protect that brother. You're like, hey, no, don't do that to that child. No, that's what you want for that. Be a brother to your brother and stop that brother.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. You have that type of feeling that you get violated and you ain't get kind of, hey, don't make the child a victim.
That's right.
You know, talk to that brother or that sister about going getting confident because women can be a violator too.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Absolutely. You're absolutely right about that. All right. Very good. So now if we could, let's go to Proverbs. Yes, that's right. That's what I wanted. 16 and 25. All right. Let's expose how these people, this violator wants to hide behind the guise of this so-called concept of pride. All right. Let's first start off with Proverbs 16 and 25. All right, look, your quality. Let me know when you got it.
Come. Proverbs 16 and 25.
Mm-hmm.
There is a way that seemeth right unto man.
Okay,
But
so now there is a hold on. Let's read it slow. There is a way that seemeth right unto a man. Right. This is what we're talking about with the violator and how he has this superiority complex over his victim. You understand? You see his mindset. He's so proud. Why? He's been committing these crimes and he's been getting away with it. He's never been held accountable. Matter of fact, he is made more comfortable. He's been enabled, as Marasar said, in his crimes. He's actually been more enabled to do it now, right? But like, what's some of the phrases when it comes to this type of lifestyle? Love is love. Like, what is this? What is that? Love is love. You understand? And now you see even with in the acronym of what of LGBT was LGBTQ plus, right? And we talked about this before. They're now trying to put the P in there, right? They're trying to put the P in there, which essentially is for we'll use the scientific term pedophilia, right? But now but I'm sorry, but what are they trying to call that now? They're trying to get away from that word to man, I forget the phrase. But it's a phrase that enables them and it makes them more comfortable. No, how they're attracted to younger people. You see? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they're trying to make that legal. They're trying to make it legal. And always remember that there is a difference between, especially in our society, there is a difference between morally correct and legal. Morally correct and legal. And the oppressor believes that if it's legal, then it's correct. Being legal is better than morally correct. And always remember that the oppressor, the violator, is morally bankrupt. Go ahead.
Now that you mentioned that, I'm thinking about how many, business people, once they get past a certain level,
Mm-hmm.
they all buy yachts.
Mm-hmm.
They don't land in the port anywhere in the world to get food.
Mm-hmm.
They do that.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know why?
Legal.
There you go. That's right. Everything is legal out there, but it's not morally correct. You understand? All right. So let's read this verse again. Iqua.
Come. Proverbs chapter 16, verse 25.
Mm-hmm.
There is a way that seems right unto man,
Mm-hmm.
but in the end thereof are the ways of death.
That's right. There's a way that seems right to man, but we have to expose this. We have to expose this violator and how he wants to hide behind this guise of so-called pride, and saying, letting them know that what he's doing is absolutely wrong. Okay, but this is some of the things that they do. All right. So now they think that how they're moving is right. Why? If they can make it legal, right? That's why you have a lot of these people. Understand? They become lawyers. They become lawyers. Understand? They become Congress people. Why? So then they can rewrite the law. That's what they try to do. They try to rewrite the law, change things to better suit their lifestyle. Right? Excellent. Uh-huh. Yes. Right. You're born. And you ever notice? Just real quick. I'm glad you brought it up, Mara. Sorry. It said like I was born this way. Nobody ever says I was born I was born a thief. I'm a natural born thief. Nobody ever says that. Just think about it. Nobody ever says, "Hey, I'm a natural born thief. I'm a natural born mechanic." Right? hey, I was born to exterminate people. You see? Like why can't you accept me? I like to exterminate people. Why can't you accept me? See? That doesn't happen. Doesn't happen. But now if I was the type that likes to exterminate people, I'm shunned from society. All right? Now I'm put in a cage. Now I'm put in a cage. If I like to steal, I'm put in a cage. Right? If I like to do drugs. Hey, you ever heard anybody say, "Hey, I was a hey, I was born an alcoholic. I was born a crackhead. I was born to be on meth." Even though you actually have like, what you call crack babies. But nobody ever says like, "Yeah, I was born to do crack. I was born to do cocaine. I was born this way." Nobody ever says that. Man, I was born to be a glutton. Nobody ever says that. Go ahead. There you go. There you go. Give him a hand. You see, do you see this is what's so special about the IHBK, because everything say we always try to make it practical. Make it practical and very logical, easy to understand. Right? Very good. Very good. All right, so now we just did our what? Proverbs 16 and 25. Okay, so now let's go to Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 16. All right, because again, we had to expose how the violator likes to hide behind this guise of pride, right?
Come.
Go ahead.
Come. Proverbs chapter 6 and 16.
All right.
These 6 things do the Lord hate. Yes, 7 are an abomination unto him.
Okay, so now here's look at this. Now this is a key word: abomination. Abomination. Yay! Thank you very much. How you call? Give him a hand. Give him a hand. Right. Minor attracted person. Maps. They want to be called maps. That's it. They want to be called maps. Hey, I'm a map. That's right. That's right. But hey, oddly enough, they want to be called minors, but we call them a fan. It comes a problem. Right? Uh-huh. Including children. Including children. They see they had to put that in there because you already you already have, like, okay, you are sexually and romantically attracted to people under the age of 18, right? So now that's okay. So now that's already like teenager. That's already teenager. But then they say including children. Children. So that means that they're attracted to people who are under the age of 13. Yeah. You see what we're talking about? Pretty much. Pretty much. But see, in today's society, if it's legal, it's not wrong. It's not morally wrong because it's legal. And so now these are the people who will kill the spirit. They will steal the innocence of a child. They will kill another man's manhood. That's what they're going to do. That's what they're going to do. All right. I would do story time again, but it's similar to it's exactly like the story of Sodom and Gomorrah, where you have a city of these people, and they were so violent. They wanted to when they saw the angels, they saw the men of the Lord come to Lot's house, and they were ready to ransack his house for these men. They wanted them so bad that they were going to break down the house just to get to them. And Lot even said, please, take my daughters, not these men here. And they didn't want them. They didn't want them. They're so violent. They want to steal the manhood. They want to steal the innocence. You understand? Go ahead. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Go ahead, Marisar.
And that relates unto today because if you look at it, a lot of them, they don't want a man that's already like them. They want a straight man.
Give him a hand. Give him a hand. Give him a hand. Very good. We're going. Don't worry. We're going to get that. Don't you jump. All right. But but with what you're saying is absolutely fact. So now I want you to sum up what you just said without the verse. I want you to sum up what you just said with one word. Be slick about it too. Sum it up with one word. With one word. Diddy. 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 All right. That's what and that was perfect how you said that, because Diddy is on record. He's on record. Well, at least like the recounts is from other people who worked with him said that. Right. And specifically he said that about a brother was Christopher Williams. All right. He's the brother who made the song Dreaming from New Jack City. Right? They said they talked about him. And Diddy was elated on the fact that he could make another man bow down to him in a sexual manner to get what he wanted out of life. You understand? He was elated on that. Not that he could get a woman to do it, but the fact that he could get another man to do it. That was his high in life. You see what I'm saying? Very good. All right, so now let's continue on in Proverbs chapter 6. All right, verse 16.
Come. Proverbs chapter 6, verse 16. There's these 6 things that the Lord hate. Yes, 7 are abomination unto him. A proud look.
Oh, a proud look. A proud look. Now, I want you to put this in the context of these people who are actually suffering from PTSD and want you to suffer as well. All right? Think about this. Remember how we talked about the violator, how you can see it in his eyes. All right? He has that proud look. Right? Why? Because he's been enabled. He's been made comfortable in this society to live his type of lifestyle. Keep going.
Come. A lying tongue.
A lying tongue. A lying tongue. What does the violator lie about? The violator lies about how love is love. The violator lies about how it's okay to be with the same self person. It's okay. You understand? The violator is going to say that God's going to love you all the same. Please. Right? That's the lying tongue. That's the lying tongue he has. Right? Also, no, we'll save that. Keep going.
Come. Hands that shed innocent blood.
Hands that shed innocent blood. You can think of Sodom and Gomorrah with that one. Granted, they did not shed innocent blood in that context, but you can imagine at how they did before in the story. You can imagine that because why? Because you have a full city of them, right? You have a city. You can think of it like with The Walking Dead. You have one zombie who bites another person, who bites another person. You have one zombie that bites 2 people. 2 people bite 4 people. 4 people bite 8 people, and it just multiplies. All right, go ahead, young man Joseph.
this reset here about taking innocence is 1%. You got, like one man, out in their lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just dreaming about ribs potential.
Mm-hmm.
So really, like where his ability to take it.
Yep.
To put that right in the middle of his path to where he wants to be at.
Mm-hmm.
That's taking all the innocence training. He's probably growing up practicing,
Mm-hmm.
learning how to rap, sing,
Right.
play instruments.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Just to get where he wants. Somebody's going to take his dream and take his innocence. Absolutely. And how you mentioned show business, you can see that on rate. Look at Sexy Red. Look at Sexy Red. And say I saw a picture of her as a child, and the caption was something like since first grade. So there's a very good chance that she was violated when she was just in the first grade. She was first, and there's also a good chance that she has not smiled like that since. You know, in all her pictures that she's never smiling. I've never seen her smile. Now she's supposed to be having a good time, dancing everywhere, making all kind of money. Every time that she's in the picture, she's not smiling. She just has a straight face. It's not even a straight face. It's just such a. It's like she's dead inside. Huh? Please.
You brought up the other picture you did earlier
Mm-hmm.
with the gay dude.
Mm-hmm.
It was like when she said it, and the word of the first was double time, and it was like, I was double time. Like you can see the pain in her face.
Yeah, you can see it. Yeah, you're right. You can see the pain in her face, and she's used to people not caring and not saying anything about it, just laughing it off. And so she tried to do the same thing. All right, very good. So now let's keep reading. So now we have Yaquar. We've done the proud look. We've done a lion tongue. Keep going.
Come,
Also that in hands that shed innocent blood. Verse 18.
come. Verse 18. A heart that devises wicked imaginations.
Ooh, a heart that devises wicked imaginations. Wicked man, wicked. Right. All right. Go ahead, Mara. Sorry. Go ahead. Uh, yes.
The little gay girl,
Yep. Yep.
right? She told her story about her uncle.
Yes.
The reason why he became gay is because he kept telling her he would imagine wicked,
Mm-hmm.
wicked of addiction,
Mm-hmm.
wickedness against her.
Yeah.
So
And
he
just
thought,
and influencing her.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Then he brought an older woman over that was gay to have sex with her.
Wow.
Right.
I didn't know all that. That's tough.
And it's like it gets to the point where, especially from a childhood, it's like, oh, it's normal. It's natural.
Yes. 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 That's why you also um hear about there's a verse when it comes to a child, like to discipline them. It's like they're a rod, and you have to. Yeah, I have to paraphrase it. Like you have to bend the rod for a while but so then by the time it grows, it'll be stiff, right? And it's essentially it's hard to move from this position, from this circumstance, and that's how you do a child, because now the child has been violated so much that the child believes that this lifestyle is normal. So now when you try to go to the actual regular lifestyle, they have a problem with it and it can't fit in. All right, good, very good. So I'll go ahead and take that with Marsar. A device of wicked imaginations. Okay, very good, very good. Also, you could just say being a transformer is awakening imagination as well. All right, very good, young man Joseph. You had something, please.
I just wanted to be sure when you're talking about that happens as a kid, that's also what they're saying the long suffering part once you actually come back. to the truth. If you've been through that, you gotta walk the right way.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be in the truth the right way. That's where the long suffering comes from.
Yes, the long suffering comes because the long suffering is also being able to endure. Yes. So yes. So now you have been you've been in a certain lifestyle. You come to the truth. You come to the knowledge, and now you're going to do everything you can to fight against that spirit that wants to take you back. You're going to do everything you can to stay in the truth. You understand? Because and you have the mindset that literally like your life depends on it. All right? Because back without the truth, you realize that you weren't alive. You weren't alive. You were dead inside. You were spiritually dead. But now you've been risen. You've been you can say you've been resurrected.
That's right.
Right? So now you're going to do everything you can to live right. All right. Very good. All right, let's continue on.
Come. Feet that be swift and run into mischief.
Mm. Feet that be swift to run into mischief. Right? So now you can think of when the feet that run swift to for mischief, you can think how we said how now these people want to they run to be lawyers, they run to be politicians, right? So now they can rewrite the law, right, and make it legal. You understand? They made the law legal in their eyes. That's the mischief that they're causing, right? And with that mischief causes confusion everywhere. Okay, very good. Let's keep going.
Come. Verse 19.
Mm-hmm.
A false witness that speaketh lies.
False witness. False witness that speaketh lies. So now, say like with Stacey Ray's circumstance. What if she tried to tell her mother? She tried to tell her auntie, "Hey, this man has been touching me. This man has violated me." And what would that violator say? Oh no, no, she's just being fast. She's just being fast. You understand? I didn't touch her. You gonna choose her over me? That's what happens.
You know what? It seems like that's the go-to word for the Bible. All the Bible say the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You gonna choose her over me? Yeah, she's just being fast. Just being fast. Yeah. This is what the violator does. The violator is a true predator because he's going to prey on those who are weaker than him. Going to prey on them. You understand? Yeah. Yeah, that's right. She's the one walking around in these shorts. I mean, what you expect me to do? It's her fault. See? So now what happened? That man blames his intentions on a child who did not know any better. And chances are also the child might have learned a certain behavior from their mother. You know, that can happen as well. That's why as mothers you have to teach your children, you have to teach your daughters how to dress when men are in the house. Teach them how to dress. Your daughters and nieces, your little girls, they should not be wearing booty shorts when men are in the house. They should not be wearing short shirts when men are in the house. It's not right. It's not right.
Cover up when you get out the shower.
And what now?
Cover up when you get through the washing up.
Uh-huh.
Cover up.
Yeah, absolutely. Cover up. That's right. Put that robe on. You understand? Not just the towel that barely covers you. No, you should be covered up all the way. Right? Because now what is this doing? This is teaching you shame and dignity. Right? But now if you grow up with this and it's like this on a regular, it's going to continue like this. All right? Very good. And finish off.
Kawakan.
Go ahead. A false witness.
A false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord amongst brethren.
And he that soweth discord amongst brethren. See? So discord amongst brethren. All right. And here's a fun way that they can sow discord amongst brethren. All right. So now they want to they want to say little cute lines around them. You understand? This is what's so interesting, because now the word pause is like it's just so prevalent now. You understand? Like somebody saying something that's what, a little suspect. Hey, pause. What you doing? All right. You see what I'm saying? You know, that's the beauty of it, because it's trying to stop that virus from going as even as a little word. It's trying to nip it in the bud. That's why when you're around men and they say something, you say something that's suspect, you call it out. Hey, pause. Oh, but what did I do? What did I do? Nah, man, no, we're not playing that. We're not playing that. You understand? I saw a video of this comedian, Ali Sadiq, and he tells a lot of stories from like when he used to be in jail, right? And he told a story where he said like he realized he couldn't play dominoes with people because he said they would say slick stuff to him. They would say slick stuff. And it's like when you start saying, when you're in jail, you're in that kind of environment, you're saying slick stuff to people, you're gonna have to fight about that because they're trying you. They're trying you, right? So now you're playing dominoes and he scores, right? He gets 10 points. So, got my 10 points. Let me get that. Right? He's talking about points. Right? That's innocent, don't you think, Marsar? That's innocent. Hey, let me get my 10 points. I need that. Right? Cool beans. The next man behind him that's playing and say, yeah, let me get 10. Let me get 10 points too. And he says 10 inches in you. Because yeah, exactly. Exactly. Because why? Why? Because in the circle, he's coming right behind him. But he said, yeah, 10 inches in you. You see? See what I'm saying? Zach, you don't know. I can't see that. No, we're not playing that. But see, it's things like that when you sow discord amongst brethren. Because now, if you don't say anything about this, now your manhood is in question. You see, your man is in question now. And then that predator is going to just like do stuff to get you by yourself and everything like that. Make other people look at you funny. And now you're going, oh man, what about my friends? Gotcha. Little by little, man. That's why you have to watch that stuff, man. You gotta watch that. I remember as a younger cat, man. I used to tell dudes, hey man, don't talk to me with your accent, man. Don't talk to me with your accent. I'm not playing that. You want to come around me and look at the flick of the wrist? No, I'm not doing that. One cat, he was walking by me, man. He was like, he's like, why do you be looking like that? And I said, because I'm a man. That's why I look like this. Why do I have this stern look? Because I am a man. I'm not gonna be flipping my eyes looking soft. No, you're not gonna see me floating around. No. I stunt when I walk. You understand? Go ahead, Yaquar.
Can I make a comment, sir?
Please.
Yeah. One time I was sitting down in a restaurant with my rib, and a waiter happened to be living an alternative lifestyle. And like you said, and like you were saying, don't speak to me with that accent. But this one right here was so, whatever you call it, it was just you know what I mean. And I'm paying for this service, right? So before we could even get any food, I was up out of there. I left because, like you said, I'm a man.
That's right. And see, also, you know what I'm saying? Like when we see like he sowed discord among brethren, right? Because how you said like you're with your rib. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna try to enjoy a nice dinner. That waiter is gonna try to be slick on you and try to make little comments and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Throw little looks at you when you're with your lady. Because he's thinking, oh yeah, I might be able to steal this dude from his chick. And it goes back to the Diddy. You understand? Sowing discord. Go ahead. Mm-hmm. That's right.
You know, little by little, you gotta try to, yeah, like you said, little steep, like little small stuff, and it's gonna be like, hey, now, hold up. And then the more you let it go, but oh, he is soft.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we're saying. That's why we talked earlier, right? We have to expose this guise of pride that they like to hide behind. You understand? Because now they've been enabled. They can be comfortable in this lifestyle. They've never been held accountable. Right? That's what we got to do. Okay? Very good. So now let's go to Romans. Let's go to Romans as well. Romans chapter 1, verse 22. No sweat. Come on. For the sisters, go ahead.
You know, hey, look, when your child comes to you and tells you they've been touched and violated, believe them. Don't get mad at them.
That's right.
Like, they the victim.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get mad at them. Believe what they tell you.
That's right. Believe it. That's right. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times the parents, like especially like the mothers who don't believe the child, they don't want to believe the child. They don't want to. They don't want to hold that man accountable for his actions. They'd rather just go ahead and enable him, make him feel comfortable. Why? Because that mother has been oppressed. She's been oppressed. And she's trying to survive. She's trying to survive. Okay. That's why these things happen to our people. Right? It's just trying to survive. Out of the oppression. Okay? So now let's expose more of this real quick. All right, we got a few more verses. All right, let's go to Romans chapter 1. Start me off at verse 22.
Romans chapter 1, verse 22.
Yep.
Professing themselves to be wise, they become fools.
Mm-hmm. That's right. So now behind this guise of pride, they think that they're so clever. They're just so wise. You understand? You know, you'll even see them. It's always hilarious to me when I see an alternative person giving a relationship advice to a girl and how to deal with her man. It's always funny to me. It's like it's just crazy. All right, go ahead. Huh? No. Go ahead, young man Joseph. Go ahead. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. You really do have to be careful about that. I had a homeboy from my slave, and his girl had a best friend who was flaky, you know. And one time he didn't realize he didn't realize the problem really until the guy made a joke to him. And he told his girl, "Yo, man, hey, you need hey." First he checked the dude, and then he checked his girl, saying, "Man, you need to watch your friend, man. Saying this and that, and the third to me and whatnot." And the best friend just laughed it off and everything. And the girl didn't say anything to him. She didn't say anything. And then he said more stuff. And he pretty much bragged about the stuff that he could do. Yeah. Bragged stuff that he could do. And he said when the girl tried to check him, he said, "Oh, you just mad because I can do such and such and such better than you." And I said, "Wow, yeah, wow." And I said, "Brother, man, do you realize?" I said, "Do you, and you know what?" And the girl got mad. And they got into an argument. I said, "Wow." I said, "Brother," I said, "Do you realize that?" I said, "Man, that boy, that boy said he's a better bitch. He's a better girl than your girl. You realize that?" That's the spirit behind them, man. They think they're just so wise with it that they know what to do. When really they're just fools, they're clowns. Right? Very good. Let's drop down to verse 26. Please.
Verse 26.
Hold on, Yaquah. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Nah, you don't know what I like. Oh, sorry. You don't know what I like. Leave me alone. back up off me. Back up off me. You don't know what I like. You don't know what I like. Mm-mm. Yeah. Hey, how treat they say, nigga, you don't know nan. You don't know nan. Watch out. No. Very good. Very good. All right, Yaquah, go ahead. Verse 26.
Come. For this cause, the Most High gave them up into vile affections.
Mm-hmm. Vile affections, you understand? Very, very dangerous, very sickening affections. All right, keep going.
For even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature.
That's right. So now, how we say like how when these women have these best friends, have these besties that are zesty. You understand? What happens now? Even the woman will leave the natural use of her own body, and she and guess what? And she's going to be the exact opposite of what she's supposed to be. Yeah. You ever seen? Yeah. You ever seen a a masculine woman and a feminine man hang out? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, and it's like that girl is trying to be a better man than that man, and that dude is trying to be a better girl than that girl. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. All right, keep going.
Come. And likewise, also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in their lust one towards another.
That's right. Leaving the natural use of the woman. You understand? The woman is first supposed to be a helpmate to the man, and then she is the pathway to the man's legacy. You understand? Through having children. She is the way to extend a man's legacy. A man can't extend his legacy with another man. You can't do it. It's impossible. You understand? And then what happens there? And then it says, "Burn in their lust." You know how these men be burning in their lust. These men with PTSD, they get STDs. They get STDs. You understand? That they can't get rid of. You see, they get the peace treaties that they can't get rid of. They can't get rid of. You understand? Is absolutely ridiculous, right? We have to we have to let our people know that they have to these people have been violated. They've been violated. You understand? When you look at Magic Johnson's son, good night. Something happened to that boy. Something happened to that boy. But Magic Johnson, he doesn't know, and he's just going to think, oh well, it's okay. He'll be all right. Nah, and just that man thinks he is a better woman than his own mother, and but his mother puts up with it too. Because now the mother's, oh yeah, we best friends. No, this lifestyle cannot be tolerated. Can't be tolerated because it is destroying our communities.
To lock y'all.
Go ahead, Equa.
It remind me of your one of your other classes where you was talking about us always like putting work first and not our families and stuff. It made me think about like maybe Magic Johnson was so busy, trying to become what he done became that he wasn't there to protect his son or had the right people around that little boy. Maybe somebody who was watching him was probably messing
Absolutely.
around with him.
Absolutely. Very good. You're right. You are absolutely right. And now that that situation is out of hand, now all he can do is just focus on the money. Because now if he as a celebrity tried to correct his son and he correct his behavior, Magic Johnson stands to lose a lot of money. A lot of money. Matter of fact, I believe if Magic Johnson spoke against his son's behavior and say, you know what, I do not support this, Magic Johnson would be bankrupt. I believe it. I believe he'll be bankrupt. And Magic Johnson knows that. And that's why he always he has to have his big trademark smile whenever he's with his son. It's all about the money for a lot of these people. It's all about the money for a lot of them, man. And that's sad. That's sad. That's how we destroy our families. We destroy the community from the inside out. Right? Go ahead.
He probably is against that.
Hmm.
But Dwayne Wade is the opposite.
Absolutely.
Like we always say, he living his true lifestyle.
Yes. Through his son. Through his son, you understand? And he's doing it for the money as well.
Right.
Doing it for the money, you understand? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm.
So whatever happened, you need to get it out of the kids.
Interesting. Yeah, that might be something to do some research on right there. Okay. Very good, very good. So now that these men are they're burning in their lust, right? Absolutely, absolutely. And keep going. Let's go to verse 28.
Come. Verse 28. And even as they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge,
They did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge, right? And here's a way that they can retain the Most High in their knowledge. Let's go. Let's see. Let's go to First Corinthians 6:9 just real quick. Hold Romans. Hold Romans. Let's go to First Corinthians 6:9. All right, go ahead.
Kawaka.
Mm-hmm.
You said 1 Corinthians 6 and 9.
Yes.
Kawaka. 1 Corinthians 6 and 9. Slacky.
Mhm.
Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High.
Mm-hmm.
Be not deceived, neither fornicators,
Mm-hmm.
nor idolaters,
Yep.
nor adulterers, nor effeminate,
What?
nor effeminate,
Nor effeminate. Keep going.
nor abuse of themselves with mankind.
Mm-hmm. Now see that. Now see that. That's one way how they did not want to retain God in their knowledge. Right. Let's see. Let's look at another way how they did not want to retain God in their knowledge. All right. Let's go to Leviticus chapter 18 and verse 22. All right. Because again, we have to expose this guise of pride when it comes to the violator, when it comes to the oppressor. All right. And these ways that cause our people to suffer PTSD. All right, that really causes to go through very tragic and traumatic events in our lives. We got that.
You said Leviticus,
Chapter 18 and verse 22.
Leviticus
Mm-hmm.
18 and 22.
Mm-hmm.
Slacky. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is an abomination.
Woo! See, and that's from the Old Testament. Back then, you should not lie with mankind. Man should not lie with mankind. Right? They did not want to retain this. This is the knowledge from God. They didn't want to keep that. That's when they say, "Oh, all love is love." Right? You gotta love the one you with. God made me this way. Why would God make you this way if he said this in His Word? All right. Let's also go to chapter 20. Let's stay in Leviticus chapter 20 and verse 13.
Leviticus chapter 20, verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
If a man also lie with mankind,
Mm-hmm.
as he lied with
Go ahead.
It's like it. If a man also lie with mankind as he lied with the woman, both of them have committed an abomination, and they shall
Wow.
surely be put to death.
Wow. See? So now it's said twice in the same book. It said they reiterated it, but they didn't want to retain this knowledge from God. They want to retain the fact that they should not sleep, they should not live this type of lifestyle. They didn't want to retain the fact that the Most High said that they should be put to death. What their type of lifestyle is a deadly lifestyle. It's worthy of death. They didn't want to retain it. They didn't want to hold on to that. So now they'll say, "Oh well, you know what? I'm still living. So apparently God lets me. It's okay. I got free will." And all these are just myths. All these are just lies. All right. Very good. Let's go back to Romans and finish strong.
What I can't remember the verse I was at.
No sweat. We were in Romans chapter 1.
All
right. And we were on verse 28.
Romans chapter 1 and verse 28.
Mm-hmm.
And even as they did not like to retain the Most High in their knowledge, God gave them over to a reprobate mind.
Mm-hmm. God gave them over to that reprobate mind. They wanted to keep fighting this spirit. God, you know what? This is what you're gonna do now because you want to keep diving into this. All right. So now the Most High gave them over to that reprobate mind. Keep going.
Come. To do those things which are not convenient.
Do things that are not convenient. If you heard the stuff that like that Diddy does in hotels, you understand like how it's not convenient. It's not convenient. You understand how his son is not convenient. If you're say like if you're in the drugstore, right? And you'll see guys going to get bottles of magnesium nitrate. You know what that does to your system? You know what it does to your system? It cleans out your system. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's gonna clean out your system. Yeah. See? That's what I'm saying. Things like that, it's not convenient. It's not convenient. Everything you're doing, they have to do these things in order to live to live this lifestyle. In order to live this certain type of lifestyle. That's why you have all these commercials. You got all these commercials, right? About all these medicines, right? That even if you have this sickness, you have AIDS, it's not going to get AIDS. Excuse me, it's not going to cure your AIDS. What is it going to do? It's going to hide it and make you undetectable. Doing all these things that are not convenient. Go ahead. Exactly. Exactly. Very good. Very good. Let's see. So like keep going.
Come. Verse 29. Being filled with all unrighteousness,
Yep.
fornication,
Mm-hmm.
wickedness, and covetousness,
Yep.
maliciousness.
Very, very good. How you call? Very good. Keep going.
Full of envy,
Mm-hmm.
murder,
Ooh.
debate, deceit,
Yep.
malignity,
Mm-hmm.
whisperers.
Wow. Keep going. Yeah.
Come.
You see all these. You see all these descriptions. It's tough, ain't it? It's tough. Keep going.
Come. Verse 30. Backbiters,
Mm-hmm.
haters of God, despiteful, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things,
Mm.
disobedience of parents,
Yep.
without understanding, covenant breakers, without natural affection, implacable,
Mm-hmm.
unmerciful.
And unmerciful. Now, everything we just read, young man Joseph. Matter of fact, everyone in the chat, can you sum? You should be able to sum this up. You be able to sum this up with 4 letters. Everything you just read, you should be able to sum this up with 4 letters. Hmm? How you call everything we just read in Romans to describe the violator? I want you to sum this up with 4 letters. Do you have it, Joseph? Go ahead. Okay. You spelled dead. All right. Cool. Okay, Yaquan. Sum this up in 4 letters.
LGB. Oh, that's about 15 letters, ain't it? That's about
No,
15.
no. Only okay. So now young man Joseph spelled dead. All right. Now Yaquan wanted to do the Rainbow Coalition acronym. No sweat. I understand. All right. Yeah. Well, I'm looking for how you call. Has how you call summed it up yet? Okay, if Ra'ib is still with us, if I saw Ra'ib and the Pash Ra'ib come in, and the Pash Kayal come in, okay. Now, if you can sum this up in 4 letters, sum this up in 4 letters. Yep. All right. No sweat. No sweat. Marasar, can you sum this up in 4 letters? Go ahead. Let me hear it. No. Oh man, close, close, close. Did he say? All right. Okay, Yaquan, I'll give you. See how you call. You keep coming up with 5 letters. I understand. All right. Okay, Yaquan, I'll give you one more chance, Yaquan.
EVIL.
Okay. Very nice. Very nice. EVIL, evil. Okay. All right. So now here is your answer. Okay. First, this time I'll read it. I'll read it again. Okay. So the last 4 cups, couple scriptures. Right. So now the book of Romans, chapter 1, verse 29. Being filled with unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whisperers, backbiters, haters of God, despiteful, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedient to parents, without understanding, covenant breakers, without natural affection, implacable, unmerciful. PTSD. PTSD is right there. That's your PTSD right there. Everything that they go through, everything that they're doing, right? Huh? That's right. PTSD, pride that supports demons. Okay? And just in case, let's read the definition again. PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, a mental disorder occurring after an extremely distressing, stressful, or frightening event, and characterized by symptoms such as reliving the event, avoidance of anything that is reminder of the event, withdrawal from social interactions and previous activities, and an increase in feelings of anxiety, anger, sadness, shame, or guilt. Absolutely. Most high in Christ. Most high in Christ. All right. Okay. We got just a couple more scriptures before we get out of here. All right. I'm sorry. I knew I held y'all up. All right. So now we just exposed the guise of this pride. So now let's get a quick verse in how to destroy this pride. How can we destroy it? Okay. We only got a couple verses because we've already used them before. All right. So let's go to Isaiah chapter 58, verse 1. And let's also get Proverbs 8 and 13. All right, so let's start us off. Isaiah chapter 58, verse 1.
Isaiah chapter 58, verse 1.
Hmm? All right. This is now no sweat. Now this is like one of the first steps in order to destroy this type of pride. Destroy, you know what I'm saying, the pride that supports demons. Okay? Go ahead.
Is it 51 verse 8 or 58 and 1?
58 and 1.
Come on. Verse 58 and 1.
Uh-huh.
Cry aloud.
What?
Cry aloud.
All right. Keep going.
Spare not.
Oh, go ahead.
Lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
Uh-huh.
And show my people their transgressions.
Absolutely. You understand? I remember how we said earlier about all these folks who suffer from PTSD. You understand? All the people who now have this certain pride in their lives, they were victims. They were victims. You understand? They were violated. At the end of the day, when we even show scriptures how when people were violated, many times nothing happened. There was nothing that was done. You understand? There was nothing that was said to address the situation. You understand? What we see here in the scriptures, the prophet Isaiah says to cry aloud. You understand? And spare not. All right. We cannot allow the violator to be comfortable with his crimes. You understand? We can't allow him to be comfortable with his crimes. All right. We have to hold him accountable. We can't, how Marisar says, we have to stop enabling him. All right. Enabling him, enabling her. You understand? Like these people who commit these kind of crimes, especially, should be shunned upon. Right? When you, if a brother wants to walk around with a dress, have his fingernails painted, want to have a high voice and whatnot, he should not feel comfortable being around you. Because I can tell you now, at my job, and of course you have to be careful on your job. You just can't come out saying stuff to them and everything, because they're gonna try because they're gonna go for the jugular. They're gonna try to mess with the bag and everything, right? But you can still keep your masculinity. You understand? But you can also let them know that when they want to come around and play for and everything, no, you're not on that type of time. You're not. We don't play like that. Matter of fact, we don't play at all. You understand? You're not, all this type of behavior is not gonna be tolerated around me. You want to do that behavior? That's fine. You're gonna do it somewhere else. Not in here. You understand? And then it says what? Now we have to, it says like to cry loud and spare not, right? That goes for the same with the family members. You understand, the violators, right? We can't spare their feelings. You can't spare their feelings, you understand? You can't make them feel comfortable. All right. And then when it says to show my people their transgressions. We have to show our people that our people have been wrong for enabling these violators. You've been wrong for not holding them accountable. For the mother who keeps the boyfriend that molests her daughter because he got money and he has a nice car, and you just feel so lonely at night, you are the problem. It's you. You understand? And you cannot sacrifice your children in order for you to survive. You can't do that. You can't do that. You understand? It's the same. It's the same thing with the drug dealer. You can't let the drug dealer feel comfortable selling drugs around you because he wants to survive. So now he's going to kill his people just so he can eat. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. You understand? We got to let them know that this kind of behavior is wrong and it's not going to be tolerated anymore. The church is not going to talk like this. The church is not going to talk like this. And the church has the same book in their possession. Hold that book up, Yaquar. The church has this same book in its possession. Thank you very much, Yaquar. But they don't read it like this. They're not going to teach it to you like this, the way it's supposed to be taught. You understand? It's supposed to be taught strong, and it's supposed to be taught in a way that you can be accountable for what you have done. Understand the crimes that we have committed. Understand? Whether it's been against our brother, it's been against our sister. Understand? And these words, the words in this Bible, is not just history. It's not something to make you feel good. Understand? But it's something to help you to understand, and something to help you get out of this oppression and get back in the good grace of the Most High. All right? Most High Christ. All right, and you're quiet. You could let me get my last scripture. Let's go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 8, verse 20.
Come on. Isaiah chapter 8 and verse 20.
Mm-hmm.
Isaiah chapter 8 and verse 20.
Mm-hmm.
To the law and to the testimony.
Right. So to the law and to the testimony. To the law, everything that you have read in tonight's class, all of these scriptures, and to the testimony, everything that you have heard under the sound of my voice. All right. And everything that you also hear within the ISUPK when it comes to teaching this Bible and teaching these scriptures. Go ahead.
Kamakan. If they speak not according to this word,
If they speak not according to this word, giving you the pure, unfiltered, how do you say, unadulterated truth, you understand, that comes from this Bible right here. Go ahead.
it is because there is no light in them.
That's right. And if they can't do it like this, it's because there is no light in them. If there is no light, there's only darkness. And of course, we know when it comes to darkness, the darkness is full of confusion, lies, and deceit, and also destruction. All right. And so now, if you don't want to get caught in the darkness, you don't want to be caught up in destruction. Come to the light. Step into the light. You understand? Step into the light. Step into the truth under the ISUPK, under Commander Junior Hunter, the Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge. Start out 1 West on 25th Street, Harlem, New York. I'm your priest from the east, Adar Moth. And with that, we say shalom. We'll pass the class off to priest and officer Mawasar.
ICPK security announcements. We are the ICPK, started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for the new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are to shut themselves in the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithe, which is a commandment, Numbers 18 and 21, Malachi 3, 8 through 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew, my Ishra, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gave you. Get to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. We're in the Feast of First Fruits. You can find that in Leviticus 23, 10 through 22. You might to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headbands, and scarf. And with that, one courtesy salute to the men of Israel. Majum, Amaj Shabbat, Majum, Majum, Amaj Shabbat, Amajum, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakah. And we say translated from Hebrew to English is Lord, bless you in the name of Christ. There's no sisters online. Class dismissed.
I got you.
For so long you've been sighing and crying, begging for justice, and here the Lord is bringing you justice right here to your streets.
City eyes.